a delicious Mediterranean vegetable, the aubergine. And for me, the ultimate way to do them is roast them on the chopper, and we're gonna dress that with a delicious tahini sauce, some pomegranate seeds and some refreshing watercress. Now, this is really easy. We're gonna start with chopping the top, and we want to slice the aubergines in half. Want to get rid of the crown and the leaves that come with it, and we cut them through lengthwise so we have that beautiful surface that we're going to put on the grill. It's going to be completely brown, full of flavor, and we're going to cook it all the way through to the middle so it's nice and soft. We'll add our tahini, our pomegranate seeds, a little bit of kick from the watercress. An amazing sight. Now we want to score the aubergines slightly. You can go crosses. I prefer just a few lines. This helps with cooking through a little bit quicker, but afterwards it will also absorb all the sauce and the flavors that we add to it. Nice incisions all the way there, and we're going to put them on a tray with a fair bit of oil, because they really absorb the oil really well. That's going to help with the grilling, to also add a delicious flavor once cooked. Now right away you see that these aubergines absorb all the oil. That's what we want. We've carved it in a bit. It's gonna all the way absorb until the middle. And then we want to season them with a bit of salt. Rub it in nicely, if you may. Get them really nicely done all the way in there. Now we have prepared the chapa here. A cast iron flat plate that is really nice and hot. This is gonna be perfect for grilling our aubergines. The front here is really hot. Here in the back we have kept it a little bit cooler. Gonna start in the front, get a real nice browning on the beginning, then we put them to the back and we cook them all the way through to the middle. These aubergines are most delicious when they're nice and soft. That's why we have to manage the heat well. But we definitely want to have that nice browning on the inside. Gonna give them a gentle push just to make sure that they make really good contact with the grill. And then we're gonna give them a little bit of time. You can add a little drop of oil. Move them around a tiny bit, so it'll prevent them from sticking to the surface. That extra oil will really help to prevent that they bake to the chapa. Gonna give it a little check. And look at that. That is already really beautiful and roasted. These need a little longer. We add another drop of oil. And they will roast beautifully like this. Adding lots of flavor to it, that really nice grill flavor. And then we're going to turn them around. We're going to put them here at the slightly less warm part of the grill. And then very gently cook them all the way through to the middle. That, to me, is perfection. You have to keep pushing them down a tiny bit, because in the middle they sometimes lose contact with the grill. And we want to get a real nice, even cook. I'm gonna bring them a little bit more to this side. Where the heat is a tiny bit less. And we'll give it a good 10 to 15 minutes to cook all the way through to the middle. And gives us a little bit of time to prepare our tahini sauce. So for the tahini sauce, we're gonna have to whisk together a couple of ingredients. One of them, most importantly, the sesame paste. This is toasted sesame paste. It will form the base of the tahini sauce. Now we'll use a whisk, and we're gonna start with adding the white vinegar. Now in the beginning, the paste is gonna thicken up. Add a bit of water to kind of keep it going. Want to make sure that we mix it all together really well and add tiny bits of water until you get the right consistency. Now we want this to be a sauce, so we want it to be a little bit runny. We're also going to add a little bit of lemon juice, so we have to bear that in mind when adding the water. For the lemon, simply cut it in half. We'll use the juice of half a lemon to begin with. We'll have a little taste and can potentially finish it off with a little squeeze more just at the end. Want to put a pinch of salt in there, and I like to add a little drop of olive oil. Mix this all together well until we get the right consistency. Tiny bit more water. There you have a beautiful tahini sauce. Give it a good whisk, making sure that everything is mixed up. And a quick taste. Do a tiny bit more lemon. I really want that acidity and the freshness from the lemon to be there, and then that will finish it off to perfection. Then we have our pomegranate seeds, we have our nice fresh watercress, and once the aubergines are done, we're going to put a beautiful plate with our grilled aubergines, our tahini sauce, our pomegranate seeds, finish it off with the watercress. It'll be such a beautiful, vibrant side dish. It will be gorgeous on any table. They are cooking beautifully. Give them a little turn, making sure that the heat comes up real nicely through the carves that we have made. Another 2 to 3 minutes, they'll be ready for plating, then this dish will be done. Checking our aubergines. I want to make sure that they're completely cooked all the way to the middle, because they are at their absolute best when they're cooked all the way through. Do a tiny drizzle of oil on the top. Can brush it a little bit. That will make them look beautiful. Prevent the outside from drying out. Alright, these aubergines are ready. We're going to plate them up. We have this beautiful wooden board. Gonna place these perfectly grilled aubergines on top. That on itself already looks gorgeous. But we are going to add our tahini sauce. Nice big tops of watercress that present so beautifully, but also add a nice pepper peppery taste. It's a feast of color, it's a feast of sensations. Nothing not to like.